Hello match directors. This is going to be a short video explaining the easiest way to set up a match on Precision Shooting Matches and the Precision Shooting Matches website. We'll get right into it. Let's just kind of get our welcome screen up here. And you can see this is our basic home page on the Precision Shooting Matches website. And the first thing you want to do is log into your account. Now, I've already done that, so I've logged into my account. You can see my profile is here. And once you've logged into your account, I want you to go to the Match Directors link on the main menu here and click on that or Match Directors Home. Either one will take you to the Match Directors home page. And you can see on the Match Directors home page, you've got several options here. Set up a new match, look at your match portal, which will show you your existing matches, get sanctioning, match director tools and resources, which have lots of really good items there for you. And then we have this one called Create a Match Bulletin. This is where I want you to start because for all the great work that the match directors have been doing, coming onto the site and setting up their matches, we like to get a certain level of consistency with these match bulletins and the information about a match. So I'd like you to come here first and let me show you how easy it is to create this match bulletin. So you click on the little icon here and create your match bulletin, and it's got basically 4 steps. Make sure you're logged into your account, which we are. Fill out the form below and click the submit button, which we will do. You'll receive an email to the email address associated with your account containing the complete match bulletin you created. We'll see that. Copy and paste the contents of the email directly into the match description section of the Set Up a New Match form. Okay, and I'll show you how all that works. So basically, when we scroll down, you see that there's this form to fill out. And you're going to put in the official competition name, the match classification, and if you're not sure what that means, there's a little tooltip here you can roll over, and it's asking you, is this a registered or approved match? Who's it sanctioned by? Is it the NRA, the CMP, USA Shooting, etc.? So you enter that information here, which firearms are allowed, any awards information that you might like to include, a standard info about alcohol use, which is a big no-no. The entry fees, if any, check-in, squatting time, challenges course, outline course of fire. Anyway, you get all the the basics of it here, and then it's going to ask you what is 7 plus 3. So you're going to want to obviously punch in 10, and then you're going to hit submit. All right, now I don't want to go through all the steps here because I want to move this right along. But once you've done that and you hit the submit button, you're going to get an email which has got all of your match director information. And I've already done that. And this is the email that came to me with all my match director info here. So everything that I put on this form shows here in the email. All right, so all I'm going to do here is I'm going to select and highlight all of this, all right, not the little attachment, but just the information. And I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to hang on to that. So let's minimize this to get it out of the way. Now that we've got our match bulletin all set up, all we have to do is actually post the match. So let's go back to our Match Directors homepage. And once that loads, we'll go to Set Up a New Match. And we're going to click the little icon. And when that loads, now is where we put in all our information. Now, since we've got that match bulletin copied, what I like to do is I go right to the match description area, which is what you see here, and right into the section where you put the text, I'm just going to paste it. Okay, now it's got all the information from our match bulletin. And if you want this to be a little bigger so you can read it a little better or maybe adjust it, you can just click this little corner thing, click and drag, and you can make it a bit bigger so you can see all the information that's in there. And we're just going to title this Test Match. But you want to make sure that you use a really descriptive, really good name. To say, NRA 900 match or, whatever is the basics of it, but explaining that this is an NRA registered 900 match in San Antonio, Texas is better. All right, so the more descriptive with your titles, the better off you're going to be. Same thing with your match description, but we've already taken care of that. Scrolling down a little bit, the next section is the match time and date. And very simply, depending on when you're going to have your match, it defaults the day where you're putting up the match here. But by clicking in that field, we can set our match up for the 26th of January 2019. We can set that for 9 a.m. in the morning and make it go until whatever time we like. Let's just say 1:30 in the afternoon on the same date. If this is an all-day event and you don't want to put in specific times, you can just click the all-day event button here, and you can see that the times disappear and just the date. So it's going to be an all-day event on this particular date. Time zone, New York means East Coast, obviously, so you would just change this to whatever's going to be appropriate for your time zone. Keep in mind, though, that if you do click the all-day event and you remove the time settings there, just make sure that in your match bulletin somewhere you've got the time in there so that people know when to report for your matches. You can avoid all the emails and the phone calls and things like that. If you have multiple events or an event series, you would click this button, but we're actually going to get into that in another video. I don't want to confuse anyone. I want you to just learn how to set up a match, do it the right way so we get the maximum amount of competitors to shoot your match. Scrolling down to the next section, you have the section called Match Image. This is completely optional. If you've got a logo of your range or a great picture from last year's sectional or whatever it is you want to put as your match image, as long as we keep it clean and appropriate, feel free to click on the Choose Image, upload it from your computer, and it'll be associated with your match listing. Scrolling down, we have match categories, and you can see the little box here says search from existing categories, and if we click in there, it searches, and basically you're going to select whatever is appropriate as far as the category for this particular match, and we'll just say this is an NRA approved tournament. Now, if you forget to put that in there or you can't see it for whatever reason, you don't have to, because we have another place where you can update that information. It's just a good way for the search engines to find what this is. So once you've got that in there, we scroll down to the next section, which is the match tags. Match tags are completely optional as well. It's just another way to help search engines find your match. By clicking in there, it'll search out the most commonly used tags for matches. You can put them in there. You can create something that is relevant to your specific match, including the match name, or you can put in something short with the range you're shooting at. It doesn't matter, but you don't have to put it in there if you don't want to. It's fine. Scrolling down a little bit more, range, venue, and details. This is going to be important. You want to make sure that you've got your range information in there so people know where to find the match and they can get information with directions. So next to the range venue, this little box, this drop down, click it there, and you've got a whole selection of ranges that have already been put into the system here. If you don't see your range there, or if you want to just start typing your range, you can just start typing it in. And anything relevant to it, I just typed in the word Central, and Central Jersey Rifle and Pistol Club comes up. If that's the range that you're doing it at, you can just click it, all right, and it appears there, in there. Or if not, we can just click Edit here. Whoops, let's get rid of that. Whoops, here we go. Close that out, and we can do it again, and, my range. Now, if it doesn't find it in there, just click on Create My Range, that appears there. And here you're going to punch in the relevant information. Please put accurate information. This way, when the listing shows and someone clicks on the little map that appears there, you'll be able to actually get directions. So it's going to be important. So let's put an actual range in here. Central Jersey Rifle and Pistol Club, that's in there. And that's range, venue, details. Scrolling down, match official details. And again, the same thing. If you're the match official, then by all means, put your name in here. All right, you can put it in there. I'll put mine. And you can see it can either create a name or use the existing listing that's in there. And I'll just click that. And that's got all my relevant information, my email, ways to contact me, that kind of thing. If for some reason you're not already in there already, you can create your match official information by typing in your name, clicking on it, and you can put in your phone number. If you have a website associated with, maybe your range website or whatever it is that you use, you don't have to, and your email address. And it does state here that the email address will be obfuscated on this site to avoid it getting harvested by spammers. So you don't have to worry about, people catching your email address and spamming you. Scrolling down a little bit more, we have the match website. If you have a separate website that your match information is already listed on, that's fine to put a link there, but please don't use this instead of punching in and cutting and pasting in your match bulletin. We want to have a match bulletin on the listing. We don't want to make this a reference service because 9 times out of 10, people won't do it. They won't click on it. It becomes too much of a hassle. Let's keep everything centralized and on here. But if you have additional information, you want to put it, maybe a link to your range or whatever, this is where you would put that in. Again, it's optional though. All right, we're almost done here. Scrolling down a little bit more, we have additional fields, and it's just very simple information here. Is this match indoor or outdoor? And you would select either outdoor or indoor. Then what type of match is this? And again, this ties back into the match categories. If you didn't put it up there, or even if you did, by all means, select the proper category for what kind of match it is that you're running. So if I'm running a precision pistol match, I can click that. If there's anything else that is relevant to this, then by all means, put it in there. If it's also standard pistol, go right ahead. And under here you see the Youth Transition Program. Those of you may or may not have read the blog post and the link inside the site here to the Youth Transition Program, which is a program that lets junior shooters transitioning out of their junior programs as they get too old, which helps them out with their ability to shoot matches once all of a sudden they're now inundated with expenses for ammo and guns and match fees and everything else that they can't afford to do. Clicking this box means you're willing to help them out and provide them with some information and possibly some equipment. So look up that. I highly recommend that everyone check that because it's a really good program and it'll keep people shooting. Finally, the last section we fill out down here is called tickets. Now, don't panic. We're not selling tickets. Basically, what I want you to do here is forget where it says new ticket. Just click new RSVP. All this does is this is going to allow competitors to sign up for your match, to actually register for your match right here on the PSM website. This is super important, okay? It's very easy to fill out. Type is just whatever this is. So, reservation or registration for this match. You can call it whatever you want. It doesn't make a difference. But call it that. And then capacity is how many positions, how many firing positions do you have available for this particular match? So if you have 20 positions available, punch in 20. Once you've got that in there, hit Save RSVP. All right, let it load. And now you can see it's updated. Total event capacity is 20. Registrations for this match, RSVP. Capacity 20, available 20. And when you come back and look at this later as a match director and people are signing up, it'll tell you how many ports are available and you'll actually be able to view who is signed up for it. And this way you know that this many people are registered for your match. This is the only way that your competitors can make use of all the great features that are in their competitor profile pages, and this is the way that you as a match director are going to be able to use the scoring features and the scoring reporting features that this has. All the great stuff that we've been talking about and you've been reading about is essential that you make use of this RSVP system. Forget about the tickets for now. Don't worry about it. Just allow people to register for your matches by doing that. If you have multiple relays, you can add another RSVP. So relay 2 for this match. Capacity 20. Save RSVP. Don't worry about advanced or anything like that. You can play with it if you
It's
want
8
to, but
o'clock.
you don't have to. And now here we see we've got one registration, we've got a second relay, and competitors can decide which relay, which one they want to shoot. Just make sure you have it outlined in your match bulletin exactly that you've got different relays and what time those relays are going to start. So again, the more information you put and you provide to the competitor, the less additional contact they're going to have to make to you. They can sign up, they'll get email notifications, and they'll be good to go. Once that's done, you click the Submit Match button. Okay, you're going to, let it load. Let's make sure we've got everything filled in here. Yeah, scrolling up and down here. Once you hit Submit Match, we're going to let it reload here. It kind of does everything that's got to do. And boom, it comes back and says match submitted, submitted other events. You can create another match here if you want to, or you can actually view the match that you just set up by clicking view, let it load. And you can see this is the match page that we created, and we called it test match, the date, all the match bulletin information that you pasted in there, some sharing links, and here is where competitors can actually register for your match by changing this, excuse me, and then hitting confirm RSVP. So you can change that to 1. You see it pre-fills my information, confirm RSVP, let it load. And you can see it refreshes here, and now it took away those buttons because I've already RSVP'd and registered for this match. I can check them if I want, and if I scroll down a little bit more, it's got the match official information, the details of the match, some other information that we filled out, and as well as a map and a way that they can get directions, the phone number, the website, all the great information. And so it's really a simple system to use. So by all means, use it. Use the match bulletin generator. Get your matches up there, and please don't forget to set up the RSVP so that your competitors can register for your matches, and then everyone gets to use all the great features that are on here. All right. I hope that was pretty clear. I apologize for the stammering around a little bit, but this is not what I do. But I hope that you use it. I hope that you like it. If you have any questions at all, please reach out with the Contact Us button here and let us know what your questions are, and we'll be happy to help you in any way that you can. All right? By all means, enjoy it and go have a match.